When we talk about attraction in your 60s and beyond, we have to completely change how we look at it. For so many years, women are told that men are always hunting for perfection, perfect skin, perfect body, perfect youth. But the reality is much more freeing than that. Men, especially emotionally mature men, are not hunting for flawlessness. They respond to presence. They respond to how you carry yourself, how you walk into a room, how you hold your energy. And that changes everything. Attraction at this stage of life is not about trying to compete with a 25-year-old. It's about becoming a woman who is at home in her own skin. A woman over 60 who stands tall, makes calm eye contact, and moves with intention, sends a powerful message without saying anything. She communicates self-acceptance, and self-acceptance is magnetic. When a man looks at you, one of the first unconscious questions he asks is not, is she perfect? But how does she feel about herself? Your posture answers that long before you speak. Drooped shoulders can signal insecurity or wanting to disappear. Upright posture signals dignity and confidence. It says, I am here. I deserve to be here. That tiny physical change can completely shift how people see you. Presence also shows in the way you move. Rushed, jittery movements create tension between you and the other person. Slow, grounded movements create ease. A man who has lived 6 or more decades is not looking for chaos. He is looking for peace. If your energy feels settled, warm, and open, you immediately stand out. That calm presence is deeply attractive because it suggests emotional safety. Emotional presence matters just as much. Many women underestimate how powerful this is. Being emotionally present means you are really in the conversation. You are listening. You respond thoughtfully. You are not distracted, not trying to perform, not trying to be on. Men can feel the difference between a woman who is genuinely engaged and one who is trying to impress. The woman who is relaxed enough to just be herself draws him in more than the woman who is trying to prove she is good enough. There is something incredibly compelling about a woman who has lived, learned, and grown. At 60, you carry stories, strength, wisdom, and depth. When you own that instead of apologizing for your age, the whole dynamic changes. Men don't just see a body, they see a life. And when you show up with pride instead of self-consciousness, it signals emotional maturity. Confidence at this stage is not arrogance. It is not about taking over the room. It is quiet certainty. It means you are not making yourself smaller, but you are also not overcompensating. It is balanced. It is a gentle strength. Men notice that balance right away. Another key part of presence is self-care, not perfection care. When a woman over 60 looks after her appearance, dresses in a way that makes her feel good, keeps up simple grooming, and pays attention to details, it sends a clear message. I respect myself. When you value yourself, people around you are far more likely to value you too. Attraction changes over time. In younger years, it can be driven by novelty and surface beauty. In later years, attraction is driven by emotional fit, peace, admiration, and connection. A man over 60 is often asking himself, can I relax with her? Can I laugh with her? Do I feel at ease around her? Your presence answers those questions. If you walk into a room believing you are invisible because of your age, that belief leaks out in your behavior. But if you walk in knowing you bring depth, warmth, and wisdom, that shows too. And that second belief is far more powerful. Men are very sensitive to energy. They can feel tension. They can feel insecurity. But they can also feel grounded confidence. Grounded confidence does not need perfect skin or a perfect figure. It needs self-acceptance. It needs the choice to stand tall instead of shrinking. So when we say it's not about perfection, we mean it. It's about how you show up. It's about the emotional tone you bring. It's about the calm strength in your posture, the warmth in your look, the steadiness in your voice. These small signals shape attraction far more than any one physical feature ever could. In the end, presence is power. And when you own it, you become unforgettable. When we talk about the eyes, we're not talking about eye color, lines, or how young they look. We're talking about what your eyes say. Because long before a man really notices your outfit or listens to your voice, he feels your eyes. And what he's quietly asking is, do I feel safe here? Do I feel warmth? Do I feel welcomed? For men over 60 especially, attraction becomes very emotional. At this point in life, many have gone through heartbreak, disappointment, loss, and big lessons. They are not only looking for chemistry, They are looking for emotional ease. The eyes are often the first place they check for that. Soft, steady eye contact shows confidence, not intense staring, not constantly looking down, just relaxed attention. When you hold someone's gaze comfortably while talking or listening, it shows self-assurance. It says, I'm okay with myself and I'm okay with you. That comfort pulls him in. Always looking away or down can accidentally send a message of insecurity or lack of interest. Yes, everyone feels shy sometimes, but if you rarely meet his eyes, it can create distance. Men read signals fast. If your eyes seem closed off or guarded, he may assume your heart is the same. The most attractive thing in your eyes is emotional warmth. Warmth shows a softness in your expression. It's in that slight smile that reaches your eyes. It's in the way your gaze relaxes when you listen. That warmth tells a man he doesn't have to put on a show. He doesn't have to win you over by performing. He can just be himself. Attentiveness is powerful too. When he speaks and you really look at him, not scanning the room, not checking your phone, you communicate respect. And respect is extremely attractive to mature men. It says you value what he says. When someone feels valued, attraction grows naturally. There is something captivating about intelligent eyes as well. Wisdom shows in how you observe, in the calm understanding behind your gaze. At 60 and beyond, you have lived, learned, and grown. When you let that wisdom show, instead of hiding behind insecurity, your eyes become incredibly compelling. Kindness is one of the most underrated, attractive qualities. A gentle gaze can lower a man's emotional guard. Many men quietly fear being judged or rejected. When your eyes show acceptance instead of criticism, he relaxes, and emotional relaxation builds connection faster than physical appeal alone. Your eyes reflect your inner state. If you feel anxious, your eyes show tension. If you feel resentful, they harden. But when you build inner peace, gratitude and self-acceptance, your eyes naturally soften. The inner work becomes visible. This is not about forcing expressions. It's about what is happening inside. When you truly feel good about yourself, it shows. When you are honestly curious about someone, it shows. Realness is far more attractive than performance. Playfulness can show in your eyes too. A little sparkle when you laugh, a teasing look during light conversation. This creates chemistry without you trying too hard. It keeps the interaction fun and alive. Men are not studying your eyes for physical perfection. They are noticing how your eyes make them feel. Do they feel calm, appreciated, respected, understood? Those emotional reactions are what stay with them long after you've gone. So instead of worrying about crow's feet or signs of aging, put your focus on emotional presence, focus on warmth, focus on really seeing the person in front of you. When your eyes show kindness, confidence, and calm, they become one of your strongest tools of attraction. And when a man feels safe in your gaze, he feels drawn to your heart. When we talk about a smile, we're not talking about perfect teeth or magazine beauty. We're talking about the emotional signal behind it. A smile is rarely just physical. It is emotional. It shows your inner state before you say anything. And for men over 60, that inner state matters a lot more than surface perfection. A real smile shows emotional ease. It tells a man, I'm comfortable, I'm open, I'm not dragging heavy tension into this moment. At this age, most men are not impressed by drama or emotional chaos. They are pulled toward peace. A relaxed, natural smile creates that feeling instantly. There's a big difference between a polite social smile and a genuine one. A polite smile is quick and stiff. A genuine smile reaches your eyes, softens your face, and feels easy. Men can sense that difference. Authenticity pulls him in. Performance pushes him away. A woman over 60 who smiles warmly is saying something strong. She is not bitter about her past. She is not fully shut down because of old disappointments. She has lived, she has learned, and she has chosen joy anyway. That emotional strength is very attractive. Your smile also reveals your mindset. If you look at life with curiosity and gratitude, it shows. If you carry constant frustration, that shows too. Attraction at this stage is heavily influenced by emotional tone. A positive, grounded energy is magnetic because it promises companionship without constant conflict. Men often connect a genuine smile with kindness, and kindness is one of the top qualities men want in long-term relationships. After decades of life, many men want softness. They want to feel appreciated, not attacked. A warm smile in conversation reassures him that he is accepted around you. A smile can also show Confidence. When you smile easily while you speak, it shows you are not nervous about being seen. You are not hiding. You are not shrinking yourself. You are okay taking up space. That quiet confidence draws attention in a strong but gentle way. Timing matters too. Smiling while listening shows encouragement. Smiling at a light joke builds connection. Smiling when you greet someone creates instant warmth. These small moments add up and shape how he feels with you. Emotional stability is also very attractive. A steady, calm way of being paired with an easy smile shows balance. It suggests you are not overly reactive or unpredictable. For men who want long-term partnership, emotional steadiness beats short-term excitement every time. Playfulness lives in your smile as well. A soft grin during teasing, a slight sideways smile at the right moment. These small things create spark without any strain. They show you can enjoy the moment and not take life too seriously. Your smile should never feel forced. It's not about smiling all the time. It's about smiling honestly. Fake positivity feels strange, but when you build more peace inside, your smile becomes a natural result of how you feel. Self-care matters here as well. Taking care of your teeth and overall appearance is not about vanity, it's about self-respect. When you value yourself, it shows in how you present yourself. And self-respect is attractive at every age. In the end, a smile is an invitation. It invites conversation, connection, and emotional closeness. Men are not measuring perfect edges or symmetry. They are responding to how your smile makes them feel. And when your smile shows warmth, confidence, and inner peace, it stays in their memory. When we talk about hands, it might sound like a tiny thing, but small details can send powerful messages. Hands are one of the quiet ways a woman shows self-respect, lifestyle, and femininity without speaking. And men, especially mature men, notice more than you think. Hands show how you treat yourself. They show whether you care about details. This is not about fancy manicures or expensive treatments. It's about care, clean, trim nails, moisturized skin, simple neatness. These things subtly say, I value myself. When a woman values herself, people feel it. Men over 60 are not searching for flawlessness. They are noticing signs of stability and attention to life. Well-kept hands hint at organization, mindfulness, and pride in how you show up. It suggests you are someone who takes charge of her life. That quiet competence is attractive. Hands are also symbolic. They show how you touch the world. Are your gestures soft or tense? Are your movements rushed or calm? The way you use your hands when you speak says a lot about your emotional state. Gentle, steady gestures show ease and confidence. Fast, jerky movements can show nervousness. Grace is very appealing at this age. A woman who moves her hands softly when she explains something, who rests them calmly instead of fidgeting, gives off grounded energy. Grounded energy feels safe. Mature men are usually drawn to women who feel steady and composed. Hands also matter in physical contact. A warm handshake, a light touch on the arm while laughing. Even the way you hold a coffee cup can create small moments of connection. These little gestures show openness and comfort in your own body. Jewelry can send a message too. Simple, tasteful pieces can highlight elegance without looking like you're trying too hard. It's not about being flashy. It's about being intentional. Thoughtful choices show self-awareness. Hands often show life story as well. They may not look 20 anymore, but that is not a flaw. It is proof of a life lived raising children, building work, caring for others, handling challenges. When you accept that instead of hiding it, it becomes part of your charm. Realness is attractive. Fidgeting, constantly hiding your hands, or looking uncomfortable with them can quietly signal insecurity. Relaxed hands, resting naturally, moving with purpose, or folding calmly while you listen show confidence. And confidence is something people feel more than they see. Looking after your hands also reflects overall health awareness. Simple grooming habits show discipline and self-maintenance. Men often read these signals as signs of long-term compatibility. It tells them you care about your well-being, which really matters in later life relationships. Beyond appearance, hands show emotional warmth, the way you gesture when you thank someone, the softness of your movements, even how you clap or wave hello. These tiny behaviors leave emotional impressions. Men are not judging your hands like a critic. They are feeling what your hands say about you. Do they reflect care, calm, femininity, self-respect? These subtle messages quietly build attraction. So instead of seeing your hands as just another body part, see them as an extension of your presence. When they show grace, attention, and quiet confidence, they strengthen the connection you create. And often, it's the smallest details that leave the deepest marks. When we talk about posture and body language, we're talking about the silent talk happening before you ever open your mouth. Long before a man knows your story, he is reading how you stand, sit, and move. And that silent message can either pull him in or push him away without either of you knowing why. Posture shows how you see yourself. The way you stand, sit, and walk tells the world how you feel about you. Shoulders gently back, chin level, relaxed stance. These signs show dignity and quiet confidence. Not ego, not stiffness, just self-assured presence. That presence is deeply attractive at any age, especially over 60. Many women start to shrink without realizing it as they get older. They fold inward, they look down, they try not to be noticed. But shrinking on the outside often matches shrinking on the inside. When you make yourself smaller physically, it can send the signal that you feel unsure or withdrawn. Men pick up on that energy even if they can't name it. Standing upright, on the other hand, says, I belong here. It shows life experience, strength, and steadiness. It tells him you are comfortable being seen. And that comfort is magnetic. Body language also shows emotional openness. Crossed arms, turned shoulders, or stiff movements can hint at defensiveness. Loose arms, open shoulders, and easy gestures show you are approachable. When a man feels you are physically open, he usually reads that as emotional openness too. How you walk matters more than you might think. Slow, steady steps show calm. Rushed, jumpy movement shows anxiety. Mature men often want peace, not constant high drama. A woman who walks with calmness feels grounded. Grounded energy builds safety. Safety builds attraction. How you sit is another small but powerful detail. Leaning slightly forward while talking shows real interest. Leaning too far back or always scanning around can show boredom or discomfort. Tiny changes here can completely change the feel of a conversation. There is a lot of power in stillness. You don't have to wave your arms around or be overly animated to be noticed. Sometimes the most striking person in the room is the one who moves simply, but with purpose. Smooth, controlled movements show inner control. They hint at emotional maturity. Your face is part of your body language too. A relaxed jaw, soft eyes, gentle expressions bring warmth. Tightness in the face often reflects stress inside. When you work on inner calm, your body language naturally softens. What you wear affects posture as well. When you wear clothes that fit well and make you feel good, you naturally stand taller and move easier. Clothing that makes you feel insecure leads to constant adjusting, which quietly shows discomfort. Feeling good in what you wear boosts your presence. Confidence in body language doesn't need a big change. Small tweaks, rolling your shoulders back, lifting your chin a little, slowing down how you move can create a big shift. These tiny signals change how others see you and how you see yourself. Men over 60 are not there with a checklist, marking faults. They are reading how they feel around you. Does your body language make them feel peaceful, welcomed, at ease, or tense and unsure? Attraction grows where there is comfort. Body language has to match what's real. Forced confidence always looks off, but when you truly accept yourself, your body naturally matches that. Self-acceptance straightens your posture better than any trick. At this age, beauty is less about exact features and more about your energy. When your posture shows dignity, your movements show calm, and your gestures show openness, you send strength and softness at the same time. And when your body language quietly says, I'm confident and I'm at peace, a man feels drawn to stay close. When we talk about overall energy, we're talking about the invisible thread that ties everything together. It's not just your eyes, your smile, your hands, or your posture. It's the feeling someone gets being around you. That feeling is often what decides attraction, especially for men over 60. Energy is your emotional climate. It's the mood you bring into a room. It's the tone of your presence in a conversation. Before a man even thinks about whether he finds you attractive, his body reacts to how he feels near you. Does he feel relaxed, lifted, understood, or does he feel nervous, judged, or drained? At this stage of life, most men are not looking for high-intensity drama. They've usually had their share of that. They want emotional steadiness. A woman whose energy feels calm and balanced stands out right away. Calm energy says, I know who I am. I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to chase. I'm here to connect. A huge part of your overall energy is how comfortable you are with yourself. Are you okay in your own skin? Do you accept your age, your history, your experiences, or are you fighting them? When a woman is at war with her own reality, that inner struggle shows. When she accepts herself, that peace shows as well. Men are very tuned into this. Men feel emotional honesty. If your words say confidence, but your energy feels nervous or unsure, they sense that gap. But when your body language, tone, and expressions line up with true self-assurance, it feels real. Realness builds trust fast. Emotional availability is another big part. Closed energy feels far away. Open energy feels welcoming. Open energy doesn't mean oversharing or chasing. It just means you are present. You respond. You are receptive. There is room for connection. Joy is part of your energy too. Not fake cheerfulness, but a lightness about life. The ability to laugh. The ability not to take everything personally. The ability to enjoy small moments. That lightness makes things easy. And ease is very attractive because it suggests a relationship without constant heaviness. Gratitude subtly changes your whole presence. A grateful outlook softens your tone and your expressions. It cuts down on complaining and criticism. Men over 60 often deeply value peace. A woman who carries thankful, appreciative energy instead of constant dissatisfaction feels refreshing. Emotional independence strengthens your energy as well. When you are not sending out neediness or desperation, you create healthy balance. Attraction grows best when both people feel whole on their own. Independence shows strength without coldness. Purpose is magnetic too. A woman who has interests, hobbies, friends, and a life she enjoys carries bright energy. She doesn't need a man to complete her life. She invites him to join a life that is already rich, that feels healthy and very appealing. Overall energy cannot be faked for long. It comes from inner work, honest self-reflection, healing old hurts, letting go of bitterness, choosing growth over blame. When you clear old emotional weight, your energy naturally becomes lighter. Men are not adding up all your traits like a scorecard. They are taking in your vibe. They are asking, do I feel good around her? If the answer is yes, attraction grows. If the answer is no, even great looks won't fix it. So while each trait matters or rise, your smile, your hands, your posture, your overall energy is the real attraction factor. It's the invisible link between your presence, your warmth, your confidence, and your emotional steadiness. And when your energy feels peaceful, confident, and genuinely happy, you become the kind of woman a man doesn't just notice for a moment. He remembers you